No, no.
This is Gerald Hyde II, who was just convicted of drug possession at the Benton County Justice Center in Washington State. Hyde was led down the holding cell with other convicts before being taken to prison. But Hyde had other ideas. As an officer turned his back to him, Hyde slipped out and snuck back into the courtroom. He then removed his prison shirt and used it to hide the handcuffs. Hyde then made it down the hallway, ditching his noticeable prison shoes in the process. Before exiting through the lobby and making a run for it out onto the streets. But Hyde's freedom didn't last long. He was recaptured 2 hours after his escape. The 24-year-old was later convicted of second-degree escape and sentenced to 2 years and 2 months in prison. While Gerald Hyde had a nifty attempt to escape justice, what happens when a convict is so fast even the camera can't keep up? Like in the case of Rayon Woodford, who was in Jefferson County Circuit Court for violating his probation. According to reports, the 29-year-old was previously sentenced to probation for drug and weapon-related charges. Now in court, Woodford's girlfriend sat just a few feet away, showing support during the hearing. A detective took the stand.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be truthful?
That evening, he was charged with a handgun and narcotics.
And if you know, was Mr. Woodford at the time a convicted felon?
Yes, he was.
The courtroom camera remained locked on the witness stand as Judge Barry Willett announced his decision.
Probation revoked in its entirety. Mr. Woodford, I'm going to send you to serve 5 years. Good luck to you. No, ma'am.
Moments later, the unthinkable happened.
Lock the door back up.
There was a flash across the camera as Woodford attempted to make a break for it. His girlfriend could be heard pleading with him to stop.
The record will reflect that Mr. Woodford made an unsuccessful effort to escape.
Woodford's escape was unsuccessful. He was brought back into the courtroom by deputies and arrested. As Woodford was being ushered away, his girlfriend claimed she was pushed and her hair was pulled by a deputy during the scuffle. Judge Willett allowed her to address the court.
I didn't do anything wrong, and he didn't have to put his hands on me, period.
Okay.
But you condoning that, right?
I'm not condoning any. No, wait a minute. Come back up here right now. Don't you tell me I'm condoning anything. I just told you what I observed. You made an effort to stop him from leaving. I appreciate that. But in the thick of it, when your boyfriend is fighting with deputies, people might get pushed out of the way.
Woodford's girlfriend faced no additional charges.
She tearfully leaves the courtroom moments later.
In contrast, Woodford faced an additional charge of second-degree escape on top of his 5-year sentence. While no one was injured during Rayon Woodford's escape attempt, what happens when an officer takes a nosedive to catch a convict? Like in the case of Nicholas Garrison, who was just sentenced for drug possession in Greenfield, Ohio. The 34-year-old was being prepped to be taken to prison when, suddenly, let's back up. 2 deputies were restraining Garrison to be taken to jail. However, as one of them turned away for a split second, Garrison bolted. He burst out of the courtroom and made for the stairs as a deputy took a giant leap to catch him, but Garrison managed to slip away and escape. He evaded police for a while before finally being captured at a motel 4 days later. He was later handed a 6-year prison sentence for his efforts. As for the daring deputy, he suffered 4 broken ribs and a concussion. While Nicholas Garrison's actions resulted in a deputy's hospitalization, what happens when an escaped convict causes a serious car crash?
Okay,
Like in the case of Cyrus Matthews, who is facing misdemeanor charges in Wadsworth Municipal Court in Ohio. The 19-year-old was just sentenced to 60 days in jail for a road rage case.
I'm sorry for, acting immature on the road. I understand that, being on the road, you do have other people's lives in your hand. And, I should have thought about that. Is there, any way that we could reverse this jail time?
Well, you're going to have to go to jail today. If you need to get out to attend the hearing, we can consider furloughs. Okay, right now you're going to go to jail today.
However, what Matthews did next left everyone stunned.
Okay? You have to go to jail. Hey.
After learning his fate, Matthews straight up just walked out of the courtroom. The judge threatened him with felony charges, but Matthews had other ideas.
Have him charged with escape, felony escape if he doesn't get back in this court.
The defendant had a moment of hesitation as the court bailiff tried to reason with him. However, as Matthews' girlfriend followed him out, the two ran over to the parking lot, got into their car, and escaped. Police sprung into action, and a high-speed chase ensued.
He was sentenced to jail and took off. I saw him turn north onto Lyman from Maple. He was in an older gray four-door vehicle.
28, he's not. He's running red lights at Hartman, passing on the right at Williams Reserve. My speed's 90, trying to catch up. Wadsworth, I think we're going to have a code 2. We're going to have a code 2 at Akron, 76.
When police finally caught up with the suspect, they found a horrific scene.
Crash mangled 2 vehicles, leaving parts scattered across Akron Road near I-76 and knocking down a gas station sign. An innocent mother, father, and their baby in an SUV suffered minor injury.
Matthews had crashed his car into another SUV, which had a couple and a toddler inside. Thankfully, they were not seriously injured.
Where's he at? All right, we're gonna have multiple vehicles, airbag deployment. Ma'am, are you okay? Okay. She's okay. All right, we got squads coming. Ashley, help them get out. Help them get out. He's up here.
As the gravity of his actions dawned on him, Matthews broke down.
Breathe in and out. 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 Wadsworth, I'm gonna need multiple squads.
I need help, sir.
Okay. Okay. They're tight. What was going on? Why were you taking off?
Because they're trying to lock me up for 90 days and I have a whole life.
So what happened?
I tried to run my...
Why?
I don't know.
Matthews was further charged with aggravated felonious assault and sentenced to 425 days in jail. While Cyrus Matthews' courtroom escape turned out to be a painful lesson, what happens when a wheelchair-bound convict runs for his freedom? Like the case of Joel Delgado, who's being wheeled to court in Little Rock, Arkansas. Delgado, who was in jail facing burglary and firearms charges, had allegedly told police he wasn't feeling well and couldn't move his legs.
Fake illness or fake injury, that was most likely what happened.
Now being wheeled into the courthouse, Delgado distracted the officer by saying he had lost his shoe.
What'd
you say, OJ?
My shoe.
Hey, you see a shoe back there? where is that?
However, what happened next is every law enforcement officer's nightmare. As the officer bent down to pick up his shoe, Delgado sprang up and made a run for it. The officer ran after Delgado, but he was nowhere to be found.
Oh, I'm gonna catch you, baby. I'm gonna shoot your bitch ass. Hey, can you call the police for me? Call the police for me. Hey, call the police. Call the police. What way it go?
Already without a radio, the officer had a hard time calling for backup.
Hey, Hook. The wheelchair dude got up and ran. Yeah, I couldn't catch his ass. And my radio was in the mother. I had my camera on though. He jumped the rail. It's on my camera, bro. Oh, what's that, man?
While authorities saw the lighter side of things, Delgado was gone for a good few hours. He was later caught from the other side of town, charged with felony escape, and was once again put in a wheelchair.
41-year-old is being wheeled into an ambulance, claiming to be injured and unable to walk.
While Delgado successfully managed to deceive an officer, what happens when a judge has to chase after the suspect? Like in the case of Tanner Jacobson and Cody Howard, who were in the Lewis County Courthouse for driving on suspended licenses. As Judge R.W. Buzzard was about to address them, something unexpected happened. Handcuffed and dressed in prison uniforms, the two defendants made a run for it. Without a second thought, Judge Buzzard sprang into action. Outside the courtroom, the prison shoes got the better of Howard. The judge followed the two suspects down the flight of stairs and caught up with Howard just as he was about to escape. Jacobson fled on foot for a few blocks before coming back to his senses and surrendering.
I only get like 4 blocks and then I stop. I just stopped on my own. I'm like, what am I doing right now?
The reason behind their actions? Your guess is as good as theirs.
It was just a split second decision. I don't even know why I did it. I would be out of here if I wouldn't have ran.
I didn't try to escape to get out. I tried to escape to get well, and I tried to do what I could, do what I could do to get my drug addiction.
Initially facing only a 30-day jail sentence, the two ultimately ended up with significantly larger prison terms. While Tanner Jacobson and Cody Howard's moment of insanity earns them more jail time, what happens when a deputy with an iron grip prevents an escape? Like in the case of Derek Wright, who was facing speeding charges in a Louisville, Kentucky courtroom. The mood in the court was pretty chill that day.
Bacon fry? Yeah. Bacon fried and then kind of crumble it, and then you put it in.
Bacon makes everything better.
Oh yeah, true that.
But as the judge was looking at his paperwork, Wright attempted to walk away.
Whoa, where are you going?
Where you going? No, not the restaurant. No, FC. Okay. So I can't go to the restaurant? Okay. What can I make a copy of my mom?
It was discovered that in addition to his speeding charge, Wright had an outstanding warrant for domestic violence. But Wright believed there was some kind of mistake.
The case got dismissed. We're verifying it. I went to court for that Tuesday. It was dismissed.
Sir, I need you to calm down.
We always verify. Yeah, but if it's dismissed, you're good. If not, I'm gonna take you into custody. I need to call my mom if I'm gonna get arrested because this is something new to me because this is the only thing that I was supposed to go to court for.
Eventually, it turned out the warrant was indeed active.
It's unserved, so it's still good.
Okay.
Sir, you need to calm down, okay? They're gonna go ahead, they're gonna execute this. They'll let you take some time to call your mom.
Wright had other ideas. As he was taken to jail, Wright attempted to flee, but a deputy with a strong grip managed to bring him down. 2 more deputies ultimately subdued the situation.
Give me your other arm.
I got it. Hold your arms out. 104, you can cancel that. We got it.
But it was not under control.
Quit fighting! Quit fighting!
Wright kept struggling until a deputy pulled out his taser.
Taser! Taser! All right, stop! Stop!
We done?
Are we done?
All right, you won't get you up. You're gonna walk back there real nice, okay?
Wright was removed from court, and he was not a happy man. Wright's antics slapped him with additional charges of third-degree assault, resisting arrest, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct. While Derek Wright received 50,000 volts of electricity for his actions, what happens when a crazy attempt to escape goes wrong? Like in the case of Mario and Jose Guzman, who were at a pre-trial hearing in Jefferson Circuit Court in Louisville, Kentucky. The brothers were facing serious charges of drug possession and trafficking. Now in court, the prosecution attempted to increase Mario's bond from $500 to $155,000 after he faced new charges of burglary.
In your order, it specifically says no further violations of the law. He picked up new charges. He violated the law.
The defense argued the new recommended bond was too high, as the burglary charges were invalid.
Don't have the victim because he left town because he's a drug dealer. I mean, we might as well say $100,000 full cash, Judge. It's an amount that Mr. Guzman can't post. That's not the purpose of bond. The purpose of bond is to make sure that someone comes to court.
However, the judge agreed with the prosecutor and raised Mario's bond to $5,000.
I agree. New charges obviously have been picked up. Current bond is not appropriate. It will be $5,000 full cash.
Mario then stood up to be taken into custody. He had no intention of going to prison. The 6'190" LB defendant rushed through the gallery benches and headed towards the door before deputies wrestled him to the ground. As one of them pulled out a taser, the courtroom erupted.
He's okay. He's okay.
Jujon tried to calm his brother.
Sorry, ma'am. I'm talking. Shut up! No.
Mario's wife became so distraught that she had to be handcuffed.
No, my baby.
Finally, deputies managed to remove Mario from the courtroom. He faced additional charges of attempted assault and criminal mischief, and his bond was increased to $77,500, while Mario Guzman got his wife arrested for his attempted escape. And so Mario Guzman's desperate attempt to escape not only landed him with more charges, but also caused chaos in the courtroom. His actions, along with the distress caused to his family, left a lasting impact on everyone involved. It's a stark reminder that when trying to outrun justice, the consequences can be far worse than facing the law in the first place. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for more unbelievable courtroom moments.